Hey there everyone, it's Anthony back with another video here on Single and Placing. Hi, I hope you're having a fantastic day, weekday, weekend, week, month, evening, morning, overnight, all of that good stuff. Thank you so much for checking out this video. I hope things are going well. And don't forget to leave in the comments how things are going for you. Today, surprise, surprise, we have a little kind of whip and chat-ish, but it's the first time I have recorded in front of the craft table in a long time, so I'm excited to finally get back into it. I am just cleaning out my diamond painting pen because we're gonna load it up with some fresh stuff. Okay, hi, hello. So yeah, we're doing a little bit of a whip and chat, I guess is what we'll call it, but essentially my plan is to answer as many responses or respond to as many comments as I can from the comment section on my videos going back quite some time. I am super far behind, so I was like, might as well read some of this stuff aloud and respond to you in real time, so you can hear the responses, and then I'll just give your comment. I'll give the comments a little like, a little heart, and we'll move on to the next one. Ones that are a little bit longer, which I really do appreciate, I might just read to myself and then edit, you know, that pause out and then just do the response. We'll see if we'll see how far I get. There's a couple of them which I don't mind the long responses, keep them coming, but for the purposes of me just trying to get caught up today, I might not read ones that are like super duper long. The other thing to keep in mind is I might have to clip this and do it in separate sections because I'm just after work and just before I usually take Apollo for his WALK, so there may come a point where he's like, enough, time's up, so I might have to finish this up this evening, so at least at the time of filming this, so keep that in mind. I am gonna go ahead and just talk a little bit about what I'm working on, all my goodies and all that stuff. So this is Witch's Greenhouse by Ivy Dollamore and Diamond Art Club. I'm probably about, I'd say 60% done with it, maybe 65, a little bit more. And I'm doing this for the Drills and Chills 2023 event. I didn't, sign up for the event or anything like that. I just am working on a themed kit to support the event. And as far as my accessories go, I have my Mooney Made, it's got some schmutz on it, custom Halloween 2022 tray that I ordered last year. It's like a, I don't know if it's a color change green or it's just a green. Oh, it might be a color change. I'm not sure. It's a green and then it's got a black glitter lid. So it's like the witch's skin and then her black hat. So I've got those. I have my diamond painting pen from Enabler's Outpost. This is the only one that I have out right now that I'll be using. It's got a 5-placer on one side and a single placer on the other. And then I've got my 3D printed funnel, diamond funnel from, what's the name of the shop? Bella Art de Nicole. Yes, okay, yeah, that's the name of the shop. It's like, I forget what the name of that business is. So there's their little funnel. And then as far as putty, which I'm loading into my diamond painting pen now, I'm gonna be using Sweater Weather Merry Mud. So I'm just grabbing all my scents from last fall and winter that I used like a couple times and then stopped using them when I got new stuff. I'm trying to use what I have. Ooh, that smells really good. So I'm just gonna stab that with my multi-placer and then a couple stabs with the single placer. Perfect, okay. All right, so I'm just gonna clean up that Merry Mud just so I don't have any excess on the sides. Okay, cool. All right, so yeah, I hope everyone's doing well. I'm gonna try to jump right into this. Oh, where's my legend? Ugh. Legend, where are you? Okay, there's that. I've got my legend. I'm gonna start with 8, it looks like, which is 15. Okay. Okie dokie. So we'll see how much diamond painting I actually get done, and we'll see how far along I get into these comments. I don't know if I'll be able to get them all done, so this might have to be multiple parts of me catching up. Come on, Mayor Mud. There you go. So first thing, and I'll also mention what video they're commenting under as I go. So we might go back to older videos, newer videos, because it just goes in order of when someone commented. It doesn't group them together by video. So keep that in mind, that you might hear like, oh, didn't he already say that he read a comment from that unboxing? Well, we can, there's a chance that we'll end up back at some of those. So first things first, this is from, it looks like my most recent vlog where I went to Estes Park with Apollo and we saw the elk from Hartana. People's hobbies change all the time. Enjoy whatever you want to do, especially with everything you have going on right now. The elk were cool to see. Glad you didn't get run over by the people wanting to see the elk. Maybe that's where the ambulance was going. Oh my God. The other thing, keep in mind, I'm just going to read off, unless I don't know. I'm just going to read off the username too. I might know your name, but just for the sake of keeping it all even, and I'm bad with names, so that is, I hope someone did not get hit by a car trying to look at elk, but who knows? Oh my gosh. Liza 0815 looks like went back and watched my Diamond Painting Stash 2.0 video. I loved watching this so much that I watched it twice while I worked on my project. Oh my gosh, that's a long video too. Thank you. I'm wondering, if you started your D-Stash with 111 projects, how many did you end up getting rid of and how many do you have now? Why I care, I have no idea, but I really want to know. Okay, so yeah, so I think after that video, I did my very first D-Stash. So I went from like 111 down to somewhere in like the 60, 70 range. And then it crept back up. I think I'm still in like the 60 to 70 range, maybe 70 to 80 range. Not as many as I previously had. And I haven't been purchasing diamond paintings for quite some time now, pretty much maybe since like July, maybe August I got one. I don't remember, but it's been some time. So yeah, hopefully the stash continues to decrease if everything goes as planned. But thank you for commenting. JM comments, says, I've watched this video so many times. Oh, this is in regards to the unboxing of The Last Supper by Jaded Gem Shop. I've watched this video so many times. I need this painting, but I need to save up. I'm thinking about doing the full image in the largest size. Ooh, so you'd be getting the same one I got. So yeah, that is still one of the most like visually impressive diamond painting canvases I've ever seen. It's just, the amount of detail is just incredible. The size is really breathtaking too. So that's definitely one that I have on my list for someday. I have no time frame on anything anymore, but I am trying to. I just haven't been diamond painting as much. This is the first time this week that I've grabbed this kit, including, I think, Sunday. So Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and now Wednesday after work. So that's a pretty long stretch for me to not be diamond painting. You know what I'm going to do, because I hate that sound of my wrist getting stuck to the glue, is I'm going to take a little release paper and just use it as like a little wrist rest while I diamond paint. The other thing that I've noticed too that I can do is my Apple Watch has a silicone band, a silicone plastic band. At least it did. I swapped it out recently. But the silicone band doesn't stick to the glue, so if that's touching, I'm wearing my watch, I can diamond paint and not worry about it. But if I'm not wearing anything to prevent my arm from going right into the glue when I'm trying to get into corners and stuff, I'll just put a double-sided release paper. That way I can fuss with it, and then when I'm done, I just pull it off. So anyway, okay, I need to like and heart and like and heart. Okay, back to Hartana commenting on my vlog where we were over by the mall waiting for the car to charge. So I'll just say vlog. You sure have been dealing with a lot these last few weeks. At least the car situation is being worked on, and hopefully everything goes smoothly with moving to the new place. Glad you had the week off to get everything straightened out, and hopefully you were able to decompress some. Big hugs, all these changes and stressful events. Thank you so much. I appreciate the support. That means a lot. Yeah, hopefully I get my car back soon. I still have the loaner vehicle from the dealership, but at least, you know, it's all being covered. And then as far as the house stuff, I was so certain that everything was going to work out. And then my buddy Joe messaged me. He's like, I just want to let you know that the lease for the entire place is up in May, at the end of May, and I'm not sure if I'm going to stay here or move in with my girlfriend, and my the other roommate, Doug, might be relocating back to Maine, so it's still up in the air with what we're doing, so you're still more than welcome to move in, but if we decide to move out, then you'll be responsible for rent on the entire house and finding roommates if you decide to, and I was like, oh, that seems stressful, so I don't know what I'm going to do. I have time. I was, you know, thinking worst case scenario, I'll move into the basement here at this place and do what I can short term. But I did start last night taking a look at just to see rooms for rent online, see what apartments are costing these days. So I'm, of course, it's still stressful not knowing, but I have until like February, March, April to, you know, have a game plan. So I'm not as freaked out about it. I think it was, you know, that and the car stuff all together was just kind of compounding, but hopefully, you know, I'm sure it'll all get worked out, but I like to get in front of stuff and I like to just like know what's happening. So the being in limbo or just kind of like it's too soon to tell kind of stuff is not my favorite. But yeah, it should be fine. But thank you. I appreciate it. Cheryl R941 says, wow, Anthony, I'm sorry to hear about all the stressful events happening to you right now. I hope things start to settle down soon and the burden's lifted. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Yeah, things are looking up. So we're doing good. As soon as I got that car, I was like, the loaner car, and they said that they were going to cover everything. It just felt like a massive weight was like lifted off my shoulders. So we're getting back into the swing of things, and yeah. Cheryl, again, another comment. So glad to have you back. My heart is hurting for the lost dog. Oh, I think Cheryl was watching that vlog where I was looking for the dog in the middle of the night. Not middle of the night, but you know, it had gotten dark. Yeah, that was a huge bummer. You trying to lay down? You can lay down. Yeah, that was such a bummer. I hope that they found that dog. That was, I mean, I wasn't even the dog owner and I was really stressed out about that. So yeah, hopefully that all got taken care of. Parthenon, oh wait, hold on. Oh, okay. Partha Narajan. I think I got that right. I'm so sorry. I'm doing my best. 1152 said, was watching the mica method video that I did. Brilliant. Thank you for sharing this. I had no idea there was a way of fixing gapping before. Yeah, you can pop a little mica powder in between those gaps with a little toothbrush. And fill in that gapping so it looks a little bit more uniform. I gave that, I need to get a picture from her, but I gave that canvas to my friend, Dom, and she actually had it framed and it's hanging in her living room as like the centerpiece, and she's going as Senorita for Halloween. That's how much she loves that image. So I'll have to take pictures. She's having a Halloween party next weekend, and I plan on stopping by. I don't know what I'm gonna dress as, if anything, but she's like, I'm going as Senorita. I was like, oh my gosh. So be on the lookout for anything pictures I can take, or if she'll send me pictures of that. So thank you so much for the comment. Kay's got a longer message. I'm just gonna read through it, and then I'll just come back and we'll go from there. Awesome. So thank you so much for the comment, Kay. Yeah, I appreciate the support. I know I've got some crafty pals out there, so I really appreciate it. Kay said it seemed like I was giving Apollo some obedience training or gotten him into obedience training. I haven't done it formally yet. I still need to. I think when funds are a little bit more fluid once the car is done and new house is figured out, then I'll definitely jump into that. But I have been working with him on just some repetition training stuff that I can do just on my own, either that I've watched on videos or just stuff that you recognize that you need to do. But yeah, one of our big things that we do is having him stop at intersections and sit and wait for traffic to clear before we move forward. So he's actually really good at it. He does get easily distracted by sights and sounds and stuff. So I have to just kind of like, if he's looking at like a car or a person, I kind of have to kind of dip my hand in front of his eyes and then bring his attention up. And then he'll sit and he'll wait until we get the all clear. And he actually kind of likes it. I usually just keep some treats with me, but even without the treats, he likes, I don't know. I think he thinks it's like his little job, to like keep lookout, but he's not adverse to sitting and waiting, even for an extended time, while cars pass. So thank you so much for the comment. Okay, we've got one from Carol. I'm just going to read through this one. Oh, thank you, Carol. I appreciate it. Yeah, having Apollo as like a little emotional support puppy is quite literally a lifesaver. He's such a good little cuddler. He's very patient, very kind, but then he also knows when it's like, all right, we got to get outside. Let's get some fresh air, because he's a high energy dog. So he just reminds me to like snap out of it and go for a walk and just take some deep breaths. He's a good dog for like helping me regulate emotions and just like stay in the present and not spiral. So he deserves all the love in the world. So yeah, thank you so much. And I appreciate the support, Carol. From Mia, I'm just going to read through Mia's comment here. Okay, Mia, thank you so much. It's good to hear from you. I've been out missing lives. I've been like so out of touch recently. But yeah, so I hope the house situation gets taken care of. Rent here, Mia said, would it be out of the question just to get your own place at this stage? That is the goal. That is the plan. So I think so. I think for me right now, it would, if I had to pay for rent for an apartment here in Denver, it is pretty pricey here. On top of my car payment and everything else, I'd be cutting it really close and probably living a little bit more, razor thin budget than I'd like to. So if I can time it right, I should be able to, if I do get my own place, if I end up not just renting a room, my car will be paid off in May, and then if I find a place by then my car payment is pretty substantial. That would free up some money and then some to get a place on my own. Probably something small but still feasible. It might also be something where I have to like commute a fair amount to get to work. But we'll see. There's lots of options on the table. I don't need to figure anything out today. In fact, I was looking at rooms for rent and apartments. I'm like, wait, I'm not even leaving until like February, March, April, kind of in that realm. Like, I can't be reaching out to folks now because they're going to want people on the 1st, like I have to just wait until I'm actually ready to move. So it's that stress of like, I'd love to be able to find a place and be like, perfect, can you hold it for me for 4 months? But yeah, I think it'll be fine. But yeah, and yeah, as far as the friend stuff goes, it's no hard feelings. I think another thing that I'm just kind of personally just kind of emotionally and socially butting up against is like, I'm still, single and placing. And the majority of my friend group is moving into that stage in their life where it's like, we're moving in together, we're starting our life together. So there's just a lot of that happening right now. So there's also these feelings of like, oh, like it's not as easy as like, hey, one of your single buddies has like a house with a bunch of guys in it and they're all just living together. Like everyone's starting to move past that phase in their life. And it's not that I don't want to by any means. It's like, it's just, it's getting out of your comfort zone and it's changing the norm, and change freaks me out sometimes. So I think it's like part of that too. So I think at the end of the day, what's going to end up happening is either I'm going to rent a room somewhere short term until I find like a place of my own, or who knows, maybe I'll move right into a place of my own. So that's kind of the next step. We'll see. But thank you so much for the comment, Mia. I really appreciate it. Okay, Leanne Palumbo 5906 says, so good to hear from you. I was truly getting concerned. Oh, do not get concerned. I'll tell you if like I'll do a Blair Witch style panic video where I'm like, I'm lost in the woods and I'm hearing noises. Like I would be the first to share if something happened. And yeah, and you can also keep an eye on Instagram. Like, you know, I'm fine. I'm okay. I never did see your D-stash, although I did see the announcement that you were doing one. So, yeah, I put on Instagram that I was planning on doing a D-stash, and I was just going to keep it on Instagram at first, but I'm just putting that on pause for now. I'm not going to say I'll never do it or won't do it, but it's just the timing was poor on my part. So I'm glad to hear that you're not getting out of diamond painting. No, not at all. Also glad your car is going to get fixed. Hope you and Apollo find the perfect place. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Polly Tobin 5233 says, boy, Anthony, when it rains, it pours. Yes, it does. I'm so relieved to know that you're physically well. I know what the car situation is like, been there over the years. Glad to hear you have transportation now. Hopefully your living arrangements will get sorted out soon and you'll feel better. Sending good vibes over to you and Apollo. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. I'm so glad you're okay, it says Speechcraft. Sorry about your car living arrangements, but glad you have it solved some of the issues. Sending good vibes. Thank you. I appreciate that. Karen, I think it's Karen Seeing Diamonds 6873. I think that's right. Karen comments a lot. So, Anthony, missed you. Wow, a lot's going on. Car and housing. I know how heavy life is. Sometimes I'm glad you're seeing the light at the end of this time. You're the best and deserve the best. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Linda, let's see here. Linda's got a longer comment, so I'm just going to read through this. Oh, awesome. Okay, so Linda says, hope everything gets worked out. She said her husband, or my husband and I got married in Sedona in front of Cathedral Rock, which is the very similar to the Sedona Majesty image. That's the area that I was hoping to hike when I went on my little Sedona trip, which will still happen just at some point in the future. So yeah, the Sedona Majesty kit is very similar to the background photos. That's awesome. Yeah, I do hope to make it out to Sedona at some point soon. Let me just read through Patricia Mattel 2362. Let me just read through their comment. Yeah, I totally agree, Patricia. Yeah, having plan B and plan C if other things fall through is just kind of the way to prevent from feeling so stressed or just kind of twisting in the wind. But I totally agree. I've gotten really comfortable, unfortunately, to my own detriment, where I've just like, nah, nothing will change. Everything's fine. And things aren't fine. So yeah, I mean, in the long term, I hope to get to that place where I've got all of that stuff set up. If this, then this, if not those two, then this third thing. But yeah, right now it's just kind of a little touch and go right now, but yeah, we will see. And thank you so much for the comment. I appreciate it. Cat C1138 says, "Hi Anthony, so sorry to hear about your car troubles. What a pain in the arse. Also sorry to hear about your change of plans to visit Sedona. Stay positive, sending good Sedona energy vibes your way." Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Diamonds for Linda says, "So sorry I've had to go through so much. I know that can all be pretty stressful. Hopefully your friend will have a solid answer for you soon." Yes, thank you so much, Linda. And yeah, he didn't he was just like, "Hey, I just want to give you a heads up that I'm thinking of potentially moving in with my girlfriend when our lease is up in May instead of renewing." June 1st would be the move out date. And the other guy that lives there, he's thinking of relocating back to Maine. So I just wanted to be transparent with you, because if you move in on February and then you have to be out by June 1st, I'm like, yeah, I wouldn't want to have to move twice in a few months. So I'm glad that he told me. I'm glad that that wasn't like surprise, but I certainly couldn't afford rent in that big old house all by myself until I found roommates. And like, to be honest, I'm like, do I want to find roommates? Even if that was, even if I did say yes to that, like, I don't think so. I think the best plan of action is try to find something affordable on my own. So, okay, Peggy says she's got a longer comment, so let me just read through this. Awesome. Thank you so much, Peggy. I appreciate it. Yeah, that other place does sound ideal. We'll see. Maybe they'll be like, I think me and my girlfriend aren't gonna move in together. And even if the third roommate moves out, we would find a third, but I just don't want to be left with it by myself. That seems a little stressful. So, it's like a mortgage essentially. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens there. But yeah, I will keep you posted. And thank you so much for, Apollo would agree. He'd love to be back in Golden. Okay. So I'm going to read this one from Miss M Rocks. This is in regards to the cat-proof diamond painting trays video unboxing that I did. Thanks for the video. A trick that I like to do is plug the spout with your thumb and then tap the tray until all the drills are on the spout. Then put your container below the spout. Okay, so get them all loaded up. So excited, I just placed an order for 4 trays today. I've been using the large white tray and I've modded with a similar spout placement. It's over 4 years old. Oh, interesting. Okay, cool. Well, you have to give me an update and see what you think about the cat-proof trays, because I do have them still. I did put them up for destash and some people did call dibs on them, but I haven't taken any payments yet. They're just sitting over here. We talked about that in the previous vlog, but I didn't want to take anybody's money until I knew I could get it to UPS, but I do have them set aside. They're okay. I think for me, I'm not in love with the diamond painting trays that have like a little cover right here and then the spout, and not that big, obviously they're kind of that big, because I tend to just dump a whole bunch of drills in my tray without any concern of like how many I'll actually need to place. So even if I have 10 drills to put down, I'll still like dump out half the container, and then when I go to shake them, a lot of them jump the gate. So I like these gateless, cover-free ones, because they can kind of build up a little bit more without toppling over any edges. So I think the Mooney made trays are for me, and they're 3D printed and they last a super, super duper long time. So I don't really have any need to buy any more diamond painting trays, I don't think. But who knows? I say that now, and maybe 4 years from now, I'll get another bump in wanting to mess with diamond painting accessories and jump back into it. Or who knows, maybe a year or less than that, I'll be like, I'm going to get back into collecting stuff. But my headspace right now is like, minimize. So anyway, thank you so much. I appreciate the comment. Barbara NW5XS was watching my stash video. It looks like from last year, my 2022 stash video. Can't see the pictures when you showed the boxes. Oh, I'm sorry about that. Yeah, I honestly don't even remember what my video camera setup was. It was over a year ago. And certainly my stash is completely different from now, so I doubt that I don't think I'll be going back to re-show those. So my apologies. My best suggestion there would be, if there was something that you wanted to see the pictures of when I called out the name of the kit, you can just search that, and hopefully you can find the photo. All right, I'm going to take just a quick break just to grab a little glass of water, and I will be back in just a minute. 1 second. All right, so let's see. This is moving slower than I thought. We haven't made it that big of a dent, and I didn't even look to see how long we've been going already, but I don't want this to be like a crazy, crazy long video. I might do this in multiple parts. I might make this a whole kind of series, just getting caught up on comments. I kind of like this format. It's nice. You'll have to let me know what you think. Okay, so we are on black. Okay. So, Barb Wisman 5576 watched my 2.0 D stash, so the diamond painting stash video that I did this year. Said, love your passion. I found this video to be so calming. I love your collection. Thank you for sharing. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Yeah. I'll have to, we'll see. Maybe next year I'll do another one depending on how many I have left or I have in my stash at that time. But yeah, I like doing the stash videos. It's a good reminder of what you have too, just to kind of take stock of everything, because things can kind of get forgotten about if you have a lot of diamond paintings. So it's nice to kind of just to see what's in the old diamond painting stash. But I'm hoping that my stash will get smaller and smaller as time goes by, as opposed to the other way around. So thank you so much. My mom, hi mom, commented beautiful on my finish and review of the Golden Hour. Thank you, Mom. Diane Urbina said, fingers crossed that dog was found from the vlog. Yes, I agree. Ellie said, hi Anthony and Paulo, wow, now I can't stop thinking of the missing pup. Yes, I know. I hope it was found quickly. Wow, your work trip sounded like fun. I love the apartment you stayed in. It sounds like you had fun with your friends. Yes, I had a great time. Nashville was awesome. I'd like to go back sometime soon. So fingers crossed that I can make it back out there sooner than later. So yeah. I'll put a couple more drills down. Okay. Ellie said, hi Anthony, Apollo, wow, from the angle I'm seeing it is beautiful. Thank you for the review. That was in regards to Golden Hour. Yeah, I love that finish. Dottie Diva says, she's got a longer comment, so let me just read through this. Okay, thank you so much for the comment. So yeah, that's awesome that you've got some, a brother and his husband live in Nashville. That's awesome. I really like it. I like I said, I want to go back. She said that, that she used to watch Long Island Medium all the time and it came out that she isn't real. I mean, possibly. I guess for me, I don't even know if I believe in the concept of mediums, just like in general. But to the extent that they make it seem. Now, do I think that there might be some benefit in helping people find closure in certain things? I honestly, I don't want to speculate or give too much of my opinion on it, because I know everyone might have strong opinions on it, but I just don't know. It's not even something I really think about or I would like rely on personally. So I don't even know, like, I don't really have any like strong feelings any sort of way about it. I think I just liked her because I like that Long Island kind of like loud personality. I'm just always I always gravitate towards those folks from that part of the country that have like a lot of energy. I think this is Heidi Zabel 3180 said, looks so great, the finish of Senorita. Thank you. Fluffy Muffy 1. This is the best face render I've seen, talking about Golden Hour. Would love to see you having done your vision as you did with that other recent canvas. Rose Prophet has another version of Hannah's Golden Hour, which is completely different. Oh, interesting. I'll have to take a look. I know that Hannah launched on Rose Prophet Creations. Was that earlier this year? Or maybe it was late last year. I forget the timing on that, but I have yet to purchase anything from from the Rose Profit Creation site. It must have been this year because I did a shop spotlight and an artist spotlight with Rose Profit, and but I have yet to place an order. It was like right around the time where I was like, too many diamond paintings, so I need to finish a few more, and then I'd love to try one from Rose Profit Creations. I've been seeing a lot of really cool artwork from that shop and from Rose herself. So yeah. Thank you so much for the comment. I appreciate it. Diamonds for Linda commented on Golden Hour. It turned out beautiful, or it came out beautiful. Thank you so much. The Nora Dixon said, hi, everybody, was working and lurking, and Shay Shay Vava Voom gorgeous. Oh, okay, interesting. This is one of my old posts. They were commenting on my unboxing of Midnight Laundromat and The Kiss. Midnight Laundromat was my very first Diamond Art Club that I ever did. So yeah, going back and watching some of the archive videos, I appreciate it. Menk Arts and Crafts said, sounds like you had a great trip to Nashville. That's always been one of my favorite cities to visit. Yeah, it was beautiful. Michelle23238 says, enjoy listening to you and watching Apollo have fun. Your trip sounded like lots of fun. Yeah, it was. Thank you. I appreciate it. New sub and really enjoyed the super long video, commenting on my 2.0D stash video. Your stash and how much of a sweetie you seem. Oh, I appreciate that. Look forward to watching more of your videos. Good day from Australia. Awesome. Thank you. And that was from Cake09. Oh, I appreciate that. Someone's gone through and liked all of everyone's comments. I wonder if that's my mom. Lori Joseph 8478 says, as always, enjoy listening to you and Apollo's adventures. I sure hope they were able to find their pup. I am glad you enjoyed your Nashville trip and meeting up with your friends. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. And yeah, I really hope they found that dog. I have seen missing dog posts at that park from time to time. And I didn't realize that maybe it was from people losing track of their dog at that dog park. I always thought they were just lost their dog in their neighborhood, and that's one of the places that maybe they thought their dog would go. But that's the first time I've ever seen or heard of someone losing their dog while they were out at the dog park. And it kind of makes me nervous about having Apollo off leash, but he doesn't go away. He just it's hard to describe, but he won't, at least knock on wood, he's never completely just run off into the sunset without me. He will just play keep away with me. He'll get close, but he won't let me actually get him, So yeah, that's kind of, I want to take him out there today, depending on timing, but if it's going to get dark soon, so I might just take him to the regular dog park. That way, at least he's fenced in. Okay. Let's see. Galif1853 says, doesn't sound like Dolly would happen. Maybe a trip for that next time. No, it didn't. It just, at the end of the day, it didn't seem, once I got out there and with my buddies having plans and stuff, it just wasn't practical to rent a car and drive 3.5 hours each way. And I was trying to think, I think I was trying to fit too much into a short trip. So yeah, I'll have to do that separately at some point. Lauren Whitney 2215. Hi Anthony. Hello. So happy to hear that you had a wonderful trip. I had the opportunity to go to Nashville recently as well, and it was a blast. I hope the lost pup was found. Have a wonderful rest of your week. Thank you. You too. When I posted that, but yeah, I hope the pup was found. I love Nashville. I really did like Nashville. It was a lot of fun. Let's see. Oops. Okay. There we go. WIP chats are it doesn't make me nervous, but I'm oh, everyone's going to see how horrible of a placer I am, and that I am not a perfectionist when it comes to placing drills. I'm just kind of boom, slam them down, let's go. But I try to use a relatively small multi-placer, so I'm not as sloppy. So I use a 5-placer. That's kind of the max that I'll go, or that's my most comfortable number. I have a 7-placer that I'll use from time to time, but I'd say 95% of the time 5 is kind of my max to keep things clean. So yeah. Okie dokie. All right, another question, Anthony. This is from, it looks like, Dania Pena? I think that's right. 956. My canvas has black to white drills. Can I use one shade of powder on all different color drills? This was obviously talking about the mica method. So no. If you're going from black to white, you're going to want to be really careful with that, because white, you probably just want to use like a white or a super light beige. Otherwise, it might make the canvas look a little dingy, especially if you were to use like a gray or something like that. So I would say if that's the case, I've yet to try this myself, but you're going to want to try to find some kind of way to block off the white, or to kind of keep that color from bleeding over. I might pick the one color that, it's hard to say. If it's all mixed up, like black and white all over the place, and they're not in like big old chunks, then I would just be really cautious about trying the mica method in general. But let's say you had like a canvas that had one half of it was white and one half of it is black, and you have a line down the middle, I would do the black mica on the black part, but kind of peter off, like don't use it, like kind of feather it, so by the time you get to where that line is, you're not using it anymore, and then start again. So you might see a little bit of gapping in that center area. You can try to blend or get a really small brush to get in there so it's not flying everywhere. But you want to prevent the darker colors from bleeding into your lighter color drills, because it can make it look a little dingy and a little off. I noticed that I got a little bit of that with Senorita. I had some of the lighter skin tone bleed over into some of the oranges and reds, and it just made it look a little like dull. So yeah, it's not a perfect method. It's not completely foolproof. And like a canvas like this, I wouldn't even try it, because there's all these different colors. Like we've got the blues next to the oranges, next to the skin tones, and then this black. Like if I was trying to do the mica method on this hat here, I'd be really worried about getting it all in this lighter blue and stuff. So at a certain point, you just kind of, at least in my opinion, you kind of just need to live with it as opposed to trying to fight it. So yeah, but that was a big enough canvas with big enough swaths of similar colors. I thought I was, there's a difference between this little face here and that giant Senorita face. So yeah, give me just 1 second. Okie dokie, sorry about that. Phone was going off and it's like, oh no, is it gonna stop filming? But okay, hopefully that angle looks good. I had to take the phone off the mount. But let's get back to it. Let me take a seat here. It's starting to, the sun kind of broke through, even though it's starting to, get later in the day. But the heat just bumped up a little bit in the house. So like, okay, let's get through this. Okay. So we were talking about the white and black to white drills. Can I use the mica method? I would just proceed with caution. I personally probably wouldn't without such drastic color changes, but yeah, proceed with caution and don't blame me if something happens. Denia also said, "Hi Anthony, I enjoy your videos. You had a video showing how people filled spaces." Okay, yes. My question is, that powder, where did you get it, and have you ever filled gaps in a canvas that has been sealed? If so, did you use the same technique after? Did you reseal the canvas? Okay, those are excellent questions. So I just picked up my mica powder at, was that Michael's? Or Joanne, just a local craft store. You could probably go to Hobby Lobby, and I searched for it first on their shop site and just checked to make sure that they had it in stock. So I just searched mica powder and it came up. You can also pick it up on Amazon too, and you're probably not going to find of course, DMC matches or anything like that for exact colors, but you can at least get some primary colors, some, blues, some beiges to get as close as possible. So yeah, just a local craft store or on Amazon. I have never done it on a sealed canvas. I believe it needs to stick to the poured glue that's exposed in the gaps, that's how it actually adheres to the canvas. So I don't know how successful sealing it and then doing the mica powder would be. I probably wouldn't try that myself, but I don't see any reason why you wouldn't be able to seal it after you're all done. So, yeah. Okay. Lisa says, love the sparkle on this one in reference to Golden Hour. I know, I love that. Love how this came out. Karen Seeing Diamonds says for Golden Hour, yeah, that one is probably one of my more favorite finishes. Hannah over at Iterations Crafts, the artist of that piece, said, "Oh, Anthony, it turned out beautifully. I can't wait to do mine, and I'm so honored that my art is going on your wall." Of course, yeah. Cindy G in 1970 says, "I love Hannah's artwork." I know, me too. And this piece turned out amazing, so beautiful. I know, it's great. Christina 406 Diamond says, "Beautiful to Golden Hour." Hannah Sparkling Spectrumite loves it. Michelle loves it. 23238. Catherine Hauserman said, "Do you have any leftover 310s from Golden Hour? Show us in the tray, please." I saw that comment when you posted that initially, Catherine, and I was beating myself up about for throwing those away. I destashed those drills just like I do anything else. And of course, I have a ton of 310 in my stash already. I save a small container of each DMC color just in case. But the 310 one was already full. So once it's full, those get thrown away. And so I threw them away, and then I saw your comment. I was like, oh, I probably should have done that. Next time I do a vlog, I will try to get a really zoomed up close-up look of those slightly glittery 310s from Diamond Painting Shop and show you. I need to remember to do that. Okay. Suburban, oh, I love that. Suburban Mom, the way that's spelled. I saw this one and considered getting it, but didn't because I'm not really drawn to the artist style. This is in regards to Away From It All from Ivy Dollamore and Diamond Art Club. Now I'm going to have to because the canvas looks great and reminds me of my daughter who enjoys art. Oh, plus I trust your opinion of artists. I don't even usually watch unboxings, but I'm glad I watched this one. Thank you so much. That's so sweet. Thank you for the support. Yeah, Ivy Dollamore is in my top 3 favorite artists of current modern artists, digital artists of all time. Ivy Dollamore, You May Art, and Hannah over at Iterations Crafts are like my top 3. And then it just so happened to be working on, this is an Ivy Dollamore kit right here. So yeah, come on. I feel like sometimes me and 310s just, I know they're no different than any other drill, but I always feel like sometimes I fuss with like placing them. Maybe it's because I don't have as good of an eye when it's just the black next to black as far as like where my hand needs to land, but I always find that I'm like pushing them up against the other drills, or I think I've got 5 spaces when I have 4, and then I'm like, layering them weirdly and have to poke and prod. Anyway. Hannah over Iterations Craft says, "Ooh, I would love to do this one. I'll have to see if I can convince myself that I have room in my stash after all." That was in regards to Away From It All. E Prohoda says, "Love it. That is great upload. That is a great upload in regards to Away From It All." City Cat Crafter gave a bunch of emojis to my unboxing of Astronomer, as well as my vlog answering Mia's questions. Bianca Hennings, I think. The sound was patchy on my Astronomer unboxing. Yeah, it was. I have a new iPhone now, but my old one was going out. I didn't attach the microphone. It was an absolute mess, but then I was also trying to, I think that was an unboxing that I did where I was like trying to get out of the house, or I don't know. I was trying to stick to my once a week unboxings. And so I was like, oh, forget it. Let's just do it. And yeah, if I heard that again and I wasn't in such a rush, I probably would have just deleted it and started over. But what was done is done. Hopefully things sound better now that I have a new phone and I'm using my wireless microphone. So, okay. Love the image, and I bet it would be great blinged up with sparklers. That's what Lisa said about Astronomer. Yes, absolutely. Echoes of Color. Hi, Jeffrey. He said about Astronomer, this is an awesome canvas every time I see it. Sure, it looks huge, but broken down into sections, it will be manageable. All the best. Thank you. Yeah, I believe so too. If you, Jeffrey, if you're interested, Mia over at, I forget her actual YouTube name, is doing an event for that particular kit, I believe in January. It's not an event, it's just kind of a diamond paint along. So if you happen to have Astronomer in your stash, you can join in on the fun. So, okay, let's see. Diamonds for Linda said it's a pretty canvas I'll be participating too at Mia's event. Awesome. What a cool diamond painting. I'm going to keep messing this up. Pratha Narajan. Yes. 1152 likes Astronomer. Lorena Martinez says, I was on a no-buy week when they released this one, but then I made the mistake of watching Rachel Ray's unboxing, and then the no-buy went out the window. Thank you for sharing. Yeah, Astronomer it's a really cool canvas. It was on my list too, and then I kind of was like, I have enough diamond paintings, and so it ended up on my wish list, but I hadn't purchased it. And then once I heard about Mia's event, I was like, well, that gives me the excuse to get it. So I had to snag it, and I'm really looking forward to working on that for the event. I wasn't intending on buying any more enhancement drills for the time being, but it's an event where everyone's doing the same canvas. So I think part of it's kind of to see what kind of spin you put on it. And so I'm probably going to have to break my no more diamond painting stuff and get some sparklers for squares for that one, just to add my own little flair for fun. Okay. This kit has been on my wish list since it released last year. Like you, I'm hesitant because of the size. I'll eventually get it, but I want to work down my stash first. This hobby is addictive. This is Tina LVLLS. About Astronomer. Yes, it is. Francesca says, I'm definitely participating in the event as there was a bunch of us that decided we should do this on one of Mia's lives when we all realized we had this kit. It's going to be a ton of fun. And I'm so glad you joined in. Yeah, I'm super excited. Just Shelley's said, I bought this one to do for next year's Drills and Chills. I'm doing Seer also by Miles Pinckney this year. Drills and Chills for Astronomer. Interesting. Okay, cool. That's awesome. Jennifer Neski has a longer comment on one of my vlogs, so give me just 1 second. Okay, awesome. Yeah, Jennifer. So Jennifer said that when she first started diamond painting, fell into the craft and bought all the things, consumed all the content, but started to realize that some of it is toxic. Jennifer felt herself starting to pull away from the social media aspect and get back into reading, listening to music, podcast. Let me see. Yes, getting back into podcasts. Still loves WIP and chats, though. That's awesome. Yeah. I mean, it's awesome that you're getting back into some of those other things. I think, yeah, that's kind of... I feel that. I totally feel that, too. I've been getting much more into audiobooks and podcasts again, and it's something that I've always done while diamond painting, but I really don't engage in, like, the lives anymore. I really don't, to be honest, even though, I am a content creator here on YouTube for diamond painting. There's only maybe a couple people that I actually listen to. Even they're like WIP and chats these days. Like I just am always consuming something else. Doing a lot of skincare YouTube watching nowadays, but I still listen to so Jeffrey over at Echoes of Color. I listen to his WIP and chats just to stay up to date. Sometimes I get a little behind. He does quite a few of them during the week, so sometimes I do get a little bit behind, but I try to stay up to date on those and a couple other folks that I watch, but I stopped watching unboxings altogether. And I film unboxings and I'm happy that people watch them, but just for me personally, what I like to consume has kind of shifted a little bit. So, but I'm glad everyone that is watching these and likes my channel is enjoys it. It's not to say it's bad by any means. I try to keep things positive. Carol says, thanks, Anthony. This is such a great kit. I love all the little details in this one, and DAC does a good job making those clear to see with their renderings. This is in regards to Astronomer. I totally agree. I think that they were the perfect shop to get that amount of detail without it being like overwhelmingly confettied, even though that, from what I remember, that was a pretty confettied kit, but it looked really good. It looked really good. Get a few more down. Okay. Bev Jones 7485 hi says, dogs always know when you're leaving. Just take out the suitcase or duffel. Beautiful canvas, love the detail. Hope you enjoy your trip. Peace and love. Okay, so yeah, that was right. I was doing that unboxing like right before my trip, so I was feeling a little rushed. Yeah, Apollo knew what was up for sure, but when I came home, he got plenty of love and kisses, little buddy. So yeah, Mia says, in regards to the Astronomer unboxing, oh my gosh, I placed those horribly. Come on. Okay, can you scooch in there? Scooch, scooch, scooch. Okay, there you go. There you go. Okay. Yay, I can't wait for January and February, she says. So that's when the event is, and I know I won't be able to finish it, but it will be so fun with my little diamond painting along. Tmall will make a sparkle up suggestion. Okay, so it will be on the web page soon. So it's probably up there now. So over on DP with Sparklers, you should be able to find a enhancement suggestion list if you need a little bit of help dressing that one up. Diamonds for Linda responded to Mia, said, I can't wait to see it. Okay. Catherine Husserman, please check your sound setup. I am not sure what happened. I had to enable subtitles for this video. Not something I have to do. Yeah, I'm aware that one was hopefully that was a fluke as far as the poor audio for that unboxing of Astronomer, and hopefully things sound good going forward. Come on, get in there. Okay. Cynthia Gant 774 says will be, and then a bunch of hearts in regards to Stella from Iterations Crafts. Yes, I'm so excited to work on that one. I almost opened that one after I finished Golden Hour, or I almost kitted it up because I was like, I'm addicted, but I was like, I want to do something for Drills and Chills, so I ended up snagging this one instead. But yeah. Park Place 1570 has a little bit of a longer comment. Let me go ahead and read through that. Okay, cool. So Park Place 1570 just said that they love Mary Mud also. This was in regards to answering Mia's questions. One of the questions was, what's your favorite like putty or wax product? And mine is Mary Mud. And I had mentioned that one of the reasons why I kind of started just sticking with Mary Mud is I had an experience with another popular diamond painting putty shop, shop, and I noticed I had placed probably maybe less than 10 orders, maybe around 10 orders in the time that I've been diamond painting. And I noticed that they started to look a little small, like the little pads of mud. And so, or the putty. And so I was like, maybe they're just thicker, like they're smaller but deeper. But curiosity killed the cat, and I got my little kitchen scale out because the shop like advertises like right on the package like exactly how much is in there. And I tested all of my brand new stuff that I had ordered that looked small, and they were all shy by like a pretty noticeable amount, like a significant amount, enough that if I was anyone else, I probably would have said something. Maybe I should have said something, but I was like, whatever. I'm just not going to buy from them anymore. I'm not interested. So now I stick to Mary Mud because I did the same test on Mary Mud, and it's almost always over. It's very rarely exact. It's more often more generous. than right on the money. So I was like, you know what, if, especially, every little dollar counts, and, getting the most out of that product. And I see no reason to short people on what they've paid for. If that's the case, then don't list a specific size, like right on the package, just say around this much, and that's fine. But it just seemed a little weird. So whatever. I mean, I'm at this stage now, like I used to be so like, I wanted to be really cautious about like, oh, be careful about, don't say anything, like basically, you don't want to upset anyone. But it's like, I'm telling everyone the truth, and I'm not disparaging. Like, facts are facts. Like, I ordered a bunch of product from this shop, and they were consistently undersized, and so I got frustrated about that, and I no longer shop from them. Like, that's the end. But I don't know. I don't know if that upsets you that I'm complaining. I'm sorry. It's the truth. So anyway, okay, moving on. We still have a long way to go. Okay. Minnie J says, you absolutely convinced me to get this kit. Thank you. In regards to Senorita. I hope you love it if you end up snagging it. Francesca Studio Works. Love the tag questions. Great advice for new diamond painters. And don't be so hard on yourself, Anthony, with the job stuff. We're all human and we make mistakes. Hopefully our employer looks at our overall performance, not the rare slip-ups. I'm definitely a lot harder on myself. Like, my supervisor didn't even really faze her, and I'm like up at night about it, and so I'm just like, it's gonna be okay. But I definitely, try to hold myself to a high standard when it comes to, especially like little clerical stuff, like little easy misses. So I haven't run into any issues since that little blip, so I don't know what was going on, if I was just distracted or what was up, but I see things seem to be back on track, so it might have just been something in the air. Okay. Jennifer's got another comment. Let me read through that. This is Jennifer Nessie. Okay, so Jennifer said, yeah, it's always crazy, you try to come up with plans for stuff, and it's rare that it'll actually like all kind of fall into place exactly as planned. Yeah, that is the truth. She suggested I just go to Dollywood, even though it's not ideal, and see if I would be interested in making like a full trip out of it. Yeah, that was really the plan. And then I got there, and I didn't want to miss out on spending any time with Matt and Luke, and it just wouldn't have been practical to try to cram all that in. Once I got there, I was like, oh, that would be a lot. So thank you so much for the comment. And she said, thank you for sharing. Thank you for commenting. Patricia Mattel, let me just read through your comment. Oh, wow. This is awesome. I should probably read this whole thing. Essentially, Patricia said, totally feels me about the financial aspect of diamond painting. This was in regards to one of Mia's questions was, what advice would you give? And so I had like a couple things. But yeah, so Patricia said that she started getting into coloring, and coloring is just financially a lot more affordable. She said it's about, from what she's seen, about 20% of the cost of diamond painting, and finds it just to be just as rewarding. You get a finish faster. As far as quality goes, you're not wasting time with like bad canvases or bad drills or bad renderings. The risk for a bad product is much lower too. And so I hear that. Those are some really great points. Maybe I should go and snag a coloring book and see if it fulfills my... I think one of the things that I like about diamond painting is the like, and one, and put that here, and repeat. So I wonder if I'd get that same fulfillment out of coloring. But thank you so much for the comment. I appreciate it. Suzanne Aitken, I hope I got that right. 6655 responding to my Mia's tag questions video, when you were talking about exercising at Red Rock Theater, when does the churro stand open, made me laugh out loud because that's what I was thinking. Thank you for the best line ever. I totally forgot about that. Yeah, that is going to be quite the workout if I ever decide to do that. All right, Elnora Louisa 1. Once again, Mia's tag questions vlog that I did. Totally agree with the limiting time or matching time for diamond painting. I still feel I am spending too much time on it, but I'm now limiting time every day so that other things get done. I'm also on a no buy unless it's an absolute have to have. It's no fun to have so many paintings that you'll never get around to doing them. Yeah, I totally agree. And yeah, that whole making a deal with yourself to time manage or do other things, that's not everyone's life. You know, like some people, this is what they want to spend the majority of their time doing. But for me, it's just finding that balance is really important. And it's actually kind of like, since I've been like limiting my diamond painting time or just haven't really had the time, it's gotten me like doing a lot more other things, and it's not the first thing I think of when I'm like, okay, I have a free moment. Now I'm like, okay, go pop a load of laundry in, or call mom, or call your friends who you haven't talked to in months, go on another walk, and then diamond painting's kind of like, it's much lower on my list of like, here's what I want to spend my time doing, at least recently. So yeah, it's helped to kind of retrain my brain to seek out other options instead. So that's been really good. Oh, I'm on a no buy unless it's an absolute have to have. Yep. Same with me too. I'm just on like a no buy, just period, potentially forever. Yeah, it's no fun to have all these canvases and that they're just sitting around. Yeah, it starts to feel kind of burdensome. And now I walk by the laundry room and there's that giant pile of diamond paintings. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, I'm going to have to move you soon. What am I doing? Where am I going to put you in the new place? Like, I'm already worried about it. It's like, what happened? So, okay, that is all of the 310. I'm going to go ahead and like this and like this. Let me refresh these messages and see how many more we have left to do. Oh, well, we've got, let's see, where are we at on time? Let's crank through it. The only reason I'm thinking I should probably stop soon is because I've got a dog that relocated from the bedroom where he was relaxing to next to me, staring at me, looking at me like, it's time. Okay. Elnora Louisa, we already liked that one. Okay, we're good. Lisa, is it Newf, N-E-W-F, says, hi, Anthony, great video. I love when creators answer tag questions. I know there's not much money to be made on diamond painting videos, but if you get $1 for every time someone compliments Apollo, you'd be rich. He's a beautiful dog. Aw, thank you. Yes, he is very handsome. Elnora says, at 38 minutes on the tag questions, I thought you said there was a bear. They think I said it was a pear, not sure because listen again and still thought it was a bear. I'd have to go back. Hold on, let me click on it. Let's see. Apollo just jumped up. Let's see. So, anyway, yeah, that's my furry little friend. I'd love to have a second one, but pink wax because I don't know. Let's see. Easy. I don't have a favorite. If I had to pick, it would just be. Oh, I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not catching anything like that right at 38, but maybe one of these days I'll listen back. Yeah, an open field with the bear. No, it was 2 kiddos on. Oh, it was probably a pair. Like there's a pair of people. Yeah, probably. Mia said, hey, Apollo and Anthony, thank you so much for answering my tag questions. Love the answers. Of course, I knew a bunch of them already, but still, I still learn little snippets here and there, and no mention of how you found me. Do you even remember? You have the most adorable furry helper. I think I started following you a few months after you got Apollo. Yeah, I'm not sure. I think, oh, I do know. I found Mia because she did a live with Shay, I think, like one of Shay's Sunday lives. And Mia was on there, and I was like, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and need to follow in. I think maybe we had connected prior to that. Oh, I don't remember. But that was one of the big things I remember is seeing her on Shay's live. We probably connected prior to that. I honestly don't remember. It's been a while. Riot 827. You can make a drinking game each time someone tells you pretty dog in your videos. Oh, that's so sweet. We'd all be goners, Hartana said. Patricia Mattel, fun vlog, Anthony and gorgeous scenery. This is vlog episode 70. I don't even remember which one that was, where we went, but I'm sure it was pretty. It might have been South Table. Tina says, I purchased Space Letterman 2 last year and finished her in February. She was so much fun to work on, and Geneva Bauer's art is so beautiful. Yes, it is. It's awesome. That is one I'm really looking forward to. I feel like I haven't done a Distracted by Diamonds kit in a minute, and I need to get on that. Menic Arts and Crafts says this one is so gorgeous to Space Letterman. Hannah over at Sparkling Spectrumite loves it. Color and Chat with Joanna says, hey, Mr. Sweetie, I've missed you. Great unboxing. So good to hear your voice. Hope you're good. Yeah, I'm doing good. Thank you so much. Suburban Mom says, what is it with people and dogs? I love that people love them, but we've had similar experiences and people even ask for pictures. Yeah. He's a greyhound, so not super common. Most people don't even know what it is, but it's still a little much. I love books and have Mad Honey on my to be read shelf, so you won't hurt my feelings if you start talking about books during your vlogs. Okay, awesome. Yeah, Mad Honey it grew on me. It grew on me over time, for sure. But yeah, I was just about to say, I've never had anyone ask to take pictures of Apollo, but I had someone when we went on our fall hike a couple of weeks ago, with some friends. We stopped at a brewery and this guy walked up and started taking pictures with Apollo, and I was like, what? Stop. Linda Salazar 3304 says they gave Apollo Ojo. That's what it is. Yes, like the eye. My mom used to prey on us using an egg when we were little because she said people would give us Ojo. That's exactly what my mom did. Yeah. And then she'd like crack the egg, and if there was like little things in the like white or the yolk, she'd be like, that's it right there. That's the bad spirit. I'm like, okay. But yes, I don't like when people give Apollo Ojo, and I feel like I need to give him the egg. Ellie has a, let's see, yeah, longer comment. Give me just a second. Okay, awesome. Well, thank you so much for the comment, Ellie. I appreciate it. And yeah, let's see. I'm just kind of going back through it. Yes, the books with the Irish accent are so much fun. I just finished book 7, and I have to wait until November 1st to download the next one so I get my next Amazon or my Audible credit. So I'm patiently waiting for the next one to read. Let me grab the next color since we're... but yeah, and then, yeah, that hike in Boulder was a lot of fun, and... book club was great. I'm glad you liked those little clips because we're going to be having another one here in the next couple of weeks. So yeah, thank you so much for the comment. I appreciate it. Apollo is officially attacking me now. He's over it. Can I just put you out in the living room just for a few minutes? We're almost done. I promise. I want to get this done. Go sit down. He is pawing me with his arm like, okay, it's the time, but we're getting close. We're getting close. Okie dokie. So Kay says, I know what you mean about people being curious about your dog. When I was showing my dog, spectators would constantly ask me the same questions. I threatened to have a t-shirt that read, his name is Borzoi, Russian Wolfhound. He is 3 years old. He weighs 95 pounds. He doesn't eat a lot. And yes, he sheds constantly. To help your peace of mind when it happens, just remember they are curious and complimentary. It isn't a jealousy thing. I know. I totally know. It can feel a little overwhelming. And especially if you're like, I didn't expect that kind of like intense reaction. That's the first time when we went to Boulder where it was like, I've got a line of people that are trying to like engage with my dog, and it's like, I'm just trying to eat my gyro, you know? So yeah, it was just a little disarming, I guess. And so I was just like, what is going on? So, but I think I handled it way better than my buddy Joe did. He was like, this is weird. Let's get out of here. So yeah, so thank you so much, Kay. Leanne Palombo 5906. I'd make Dollywood and Smokies its own trip. I think, yeah, well, I ended up not going, but I think you're right. I think it needs to be its own thing. Irvin Slens, absolutely love this upload. Shots are just amazing. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thanks for watching. And arts and crafts, that definitely makes a difference. Thanks for showing your process. It's great seeing other people use Jade's technique. Yep, that was in regards to the mica method, of course. We can only aspire to be as cool as Stella someday, says Hannah over at Iterations Crafts. Yes, Stella is the coolest. I probably am going to end up working on that soon. Sean Tell Dazzle Diamonds 1355 says, I'm from Golden, Colorado, and I live in Bailey now. Oh, awesome. Hi. Golden was a very nice place to live when I was growing up. It has changed a lot from years ago and not in a good way, but I will always have a place for Golden in my heart. Thanks, Anthony, for showing me things that are still beautiful. Yeah, I remember it when I was younger. It was kind of the place that we pass through sometimes. And even just in the past couple of years, it definitely has changed, but I still really like it. It still has that hometown feel. It still has like the older kind of downtown, and me and my friends still really enjoy spending a lot of time down by the creek. And there's a new, new as in, I think they opened just before COVID, this ramen restaurant that's been a recent favorite of ours right there downtown. And then we go to the little dive bar there called Ace High for karaoke. It's kind of my now, like as a adult, my stomping ground now. It's what I like to call home, just because it's got the good vibes. But yeah, thank you so much, Chantel, for commenting. I appreciate it. Betsy McLeod 1726 says, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Looks like a true movie star. This is for Senorita. Wonderful work. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. So let me just hit the refresh button here. That is all of them. Holy moly. That was all the comments from like the past 5 weeks. Oh my goodness. And we only got like a few colors done. But yeah, that's that. I'm not gonna belabor the point. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Maybe I'll do more comments, more of these as like comments kind of build up. It's a nice way to engage and get and respond to comments. So let me know what you think if you liked this format. Otherwise, don't forget to like, subscribe, share this content with friends, family members, anyone that you think might take some value out of it. Otherwise, happy placing. We'll see you next time. Bye, 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 bye. Bye.